Hi friends, Joe Short here, founder of Short's Brewing Company in the heart of downtown Bellaire, home of the mothership of Short's Brew Pub. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the facility, the operation, starting from outside here so you get the roadside perspective. So take a look. This tall building here and the one directly adjacent to it is the original Short's Brew Pub. Before we got it, it was the Bellaire Hardware. To the south, the two buildings to the south, the next gray one and the taller bluish one, that used to be the old Bellaire Pharmacy, that now houses a private events room and a kitchen and some seating and some bathrooms. And then the farthest north side used to be the old Antrim Review, which was our local paper. All in, 5 storefronts to bring you the best food and beer in the history of Northern Michigan. So for those of you who may not remember, America's old high five right here, that's where we're at. All right, let's go take a look on inside. At the threshold of this beast of a beer ship, we have some pretty old stuff that we use that helps the charm and the budget work out here. But this is a real slate chalkboard, and we're excited to start talking about spring IPL right now. Part of the charm of this rickety operation is its age and ricketiness. So come on in. Hello! Welcome to Short's Brewing Company Pub, downtown Bellaire. Just wanted to give you a little inside preview. You'll notice the instant warmth and comfort that you feel. That's the sign of a true, authentic tavern and pub. We've got old wooden floors, old brick walls, a lot of wood and earth tones in here, and the aroma of craft beer being made. So this is the original pub where the beer was poured, and then of course we continue to expand out. But I'd be remiss to not show you the mosaic that really ties the room together. Also could literally be tying the room together with the mortar and grout and whatnot. So anyway, let's go check out the rest of the facility. And here we are in the dining room, or the stage room, if you will, which is a great spot to sit and watch some live music, have some delicious food, and of course some tasty beverages. But before we get too far into that, let's go into the kitchen and talk about the wean side of the operation. And so when I say wean side of the operation, what I really mean is our kitchen. But for those of you who don't know, Lee and I are huge Ween fans, and that's a music group from Pennsylvania. We went and saw a concert, lots of concerts actually, got inspired, came back here and wrote our menu based on Ween songs. So for all intents and purposes, our kitchen is essentially a Ween greatest hits playlist, where songs just get repeated over and over and over through a pizza form, a pretzel form, a sandwich form, a salad form, a soup form, and so on. Anyway, this is the kitchen. Let's go check out the prep side of things and keep the tour going. Through this wall is kind of a sneak peek of our south end room. So if you've got a lot of people, we got room for you. And it's right here. And of course, this circles back through to the rest of the restaurant, where we've got some additional seating here. A nice view of the future beer garden over there. But since we are at the brew pub, I think it's only appropriate that we really focus on some of the brewing part of this operation. So come this way. As you can see here, this is a stage where we do a lot of live performances. Next to beer, music is the universal language. Oh yeah, and I'd be remiss to say that, hey, this is our Ween wall. This is where we pay honor to the band Ween, and any Ween fans out there who want to share part of their Ween collection with us, you're welcome to add it to the wall. So, All right, welcome to the back alley of the brew pub. A couple historical nuggets here for you. One, the hardware entrance. That's right, it's not really a hardware store, it's just a hardware entrance to the brew pub. The other one is the Bellaire hardware, which essentially is a bunch of beer cloaked in a crappy old shed being held together by spray foam. But the real nuggets that we're trying to get to starts here in the turtle lair, where we have 5 fermentation tanks in a little room underneath the stage with a green floor. And that's why it's called the turtle lair. We've got Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo, and let us not forget to honor Mr. Master Splinter down here. So this is the turtle lair. It's just an extra room where we were able to squeeze in more fermentation. And we'll show you what feeds this side as we leave and go check out the brewery for real. All right, come on. Come on, it's really not shipping and receiving. This is the brewery. That's right, and this is where the magic happens. I can hear the sound of a tank being cleaned. The original 7-barrel setup. You may notice that we've got a little sandwich cooler in here. You might be asking yourself, what do you got a sandwich cooler in the brewery for? Well, the brewery is also a great place to clean stuff because that's 90% of what brewing is cleaning stuff. So we have a sandwich cooler that we want to get ready for the busy season because it's inevitable on 4th of July we're going to lose a sandwich cooler and need another one. So that's my insurance policy right there. On to more funner things. The 7-barrel mash tun, the 7-barrel kettle. This is the workhorse of the operation. Then you've got your fermentation. And this little white tank here, that's a Grundy being cleaned right now. That's one of the beer servers. Of course, that's always the highlight of this part of the tour where we get to show you the beer cooler, which is really just a bunch of those tanks full of beer that get pumped upstairs to faucets and poured into glasses for all of y'all out there. And there's a lot of it, so each one of those tanks holds 14 kegs or roughly 220 gallons of beer. So, without further ado, the beer cooler. It's not necessarily the most attractive thing, but it's probably one of the most impressive things. The Hall of Great Fermentation. All right, so concluding our little section in the brewery here, we'll keep the tour going. We'll go underneath the original pub floor where all the maintenance gear and repairs are often made. This is Matt's headquarters. Hopefully we'll run into Matt today. He's probably out there wrenching on something, making stuff work good for us all. Don't mind the clutter, it's just a necessary part of the operation. All right, let's ascend to the original bar. All right, we've ascended, and lo and behold, we got Professor Matt Hughes here. So I was talking about him earlier. He's come up from the maintenance layer to wrench on the glass washer. We go through a lot of these, so it's good to have a good glass washing preventative maintenance program. So thanks. All right, so here we have sort of concluded the restaurant and the food and the beer part of the operation. This is the original bar setup. This is actually the 3rd edition of the draft portion of the tour, but the original location. So now we're going to take you into the Mart and give you a little tour around there. So we also have a pretty coveted mug club program here. I think the wait list is kind of like 1,000,000 years, maybe 10 or 20, I honestly don't know, but it is a very precious thing that we do here. One other juicy historical note I wanted to provide was this little space back here. It's a service station. Actually used to be the original kitchen. So if you remember the kitchen portion, it's like 40 times bigger than this little operation. So kind of impressive. But anyway, let's go check out the Mart. Let us not forget some of the most forgotten about fun features of the pub itself are the 2 ramps that we have here. That's right, we got 2 ramps. Kids are huge fans of those. One of them leads us into the antrim room, which also houses Short Mart. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, shop smart, shop Short Mart. And for those of you Army of Darkness fans out there, you're welcome. But anyway, this is the Antrim Bar. This is the 3rd beer and cider pouring location in the Bellaire Brew Pub. And it's a great place to kind of hang out and chill while you're waiting for a table, keeping your kids occupied, maybe shopping for some souvenirs. We have all kinds of high quality merchandise, from apparel to headwear to puzzles and posters, and the list goes on. But I think one of the most important features of the Mart is all the packaged products that we produce here. A lot of it is not available outside of this facility, so it's a great opportunity to experience a deeper dive into the Shorts and Star Cut cider world over here. So that was a big tour, and I feel like some of us might be a little tired right now. As we're breathing and taking in all of this shortsification, there's one final cherry on the top here, which is the added extended experience. That's right, we've got a spot where you can lay your head and hit multiple days of this if you want, and stay at our loft, which is right above the south end. So, wanna go check it out? All right, let's go. All right. Come on, let's go check it out. I really do love this this space. It's quite cozy and very close proximity to one of my favorite places in the world, the pub. So I hope that a lot of you get to experience this yourself, or experience. So yeah, thanks for joining me. Really hope you come and see us so we can get y'all shortsified up.